finds Heung-min Son, gets away from Koundé. He's in a great position, is Son. He lays that off. Oh my word. Looking for the lovely ball to Emerson Royal. Going to swing this in first time. That is... Oh, Son. Out to Valverde. It's a positive start from us so far. Richarlison. What a strike from Richarlison, and what a chance inside the opening 10 minutes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 22 career mode with Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. We are in episode 2 of season 2, and we are going to kick off with a game against Stoke City. As you can see, if we look at the Premier League standings off of the last episode, we did lose our first game against Manchester United, but with 2 positive results against Manchester City and Southampton, we find ourselves in 4th place with 6 points. If we take a quick look at the calendar, you'll see it's a jam-packed episode. We've got Stoke, Everton, West Ham in the Premier League. We've got Seville and Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and MK Dons, presumably, in the Carabao Cup. So I think I'm going to sim the game against Stoke, probably sim the game against Everton as well, and also the game against MK Dons. And I'll play Seville, I'll play West Ham, and of course, I will play Bayern Munich. So it's straight into our first game of this episode, and it will be a simmed game against Stoke City. You can see from my starting 11, I've made a few changes from the normal formation. We've got Lloris in goal, Bastoni, De Ligt and Romero in defence. Pereira and Sessegnon come in the wing-back positions. Basuma and Skip get their first starts of the season, along with Brian Hill in the cam position, as does Richarlison, who replaces Kane. Obviously, I just want to keep him fresh for the game against Seville, and Heung-min Son, of course, joins him up front. So let's crack on, let's sim this game, and let's hopefully get a positive result away at Stoke. And it is a positive result, a 2-0 win away at Stoke. You can see Brian Hill with his first goal of the season, and Harry Kane coming on for Richarlison to finish the game off. 2-0 here against Stoke. Positive result, a result that we should have got, and we do get. So let's head over to the Champions League for our first ever game against Seville. And here we go, on to our very first Champions League game of this FIFA career mode. And as you can see, we've gone back to our usual starting 11. The only real kind of change is Emerson Royal coming in for Ricardo Pereira. I think those two really, that is the position that is really kind of up for grabs. I think everyone else has kind of nailed down their positions so far. But Emerson Royal getting the nod after a decent performance against Southampton. So let's see what he can do, and let's see what we can do at home against Seville in our very first Champions League game. Valverde. Lovely ball in to Kane. Can't say the same for Kane though. Gives it straight to Delaney. And now Seville can bring it forward. Delaney, lovely little ball into Benassia. The striker goes absolutely straight past De Ligt. And I spent the last episode praising De Ligt non-stop, saying how fantastic he had been so far. Bit of a lapse in concentration there. And to be fair, they could have brought that forward a lot more. Decided to strike from outside of the box. Unfortunately for me, it goes blazing over the crossbar. This is nice from us. Nice controlled possession. Valverde wraps a nice ball into Harry Kane. Finds Heung-min Son, gets away from Koundé. He's in a great position, is Son. He lays that off. Oh my word. Kulusevski. Oh my goodness, you are not going to get a better opportunity than that. Dejan Kulusevski, why did you take it on your right foot? You just needed to pass that into the back of the net with your left. What a horrendous miss. And that is arguably one of the worst misses so far on this career mode. How on earth is it still 0-0? Oh, Suso absolutely does. Emerson Royal there on this left-hand side. Lovely little ball in. Benassia gets up there ahead of Bastoni, and it's a good palm away from Hugo Lloris. They're going to take this corner short, straight against Valverde. Valverde can only head it as far as a Campos. They get it in, and that is a very good save once again from Hugo Lloris. We're playing with fire here. Heung-min Son, though, picks that up very nicely. Can't get the ball through. And they will get it back once again. A Campos brings this forward on the right-hand side. Lays it off to Benassia. Plays a lovely through ball to Suso. He crosses it in. De Ligt away, though, and Valverde away. Lovely little turn from him. Son on to Kane. Can we counter here? Looking for the wing-back. We find him. We find Gaia. And surely this is an easy ball in. Oh, for goodness sake. Again, it's poor from us, but Gaia with a big strike from outside of the box. And that is the second chance that goes begging. The second chance that really should have resulted in a goal. Shocking play from us. What can we do from the corner? It has to be better. Kane is there. Over the bar. I'm going to look right the way across the field to Gaia. It's a lovely ball to him, and it's a lovely take. Can he get this in? He can. I thought Kane was going to get on the end of that. Just missed it, but Heung-min Son manages to win that ball back. Kane is there. Surely. Great save from the goalkeeper. That is our third huge chance of this game, and it's another chance that goes begging. We're going to have another corner here. Heung-min Son into Harry Kane with the acrobatic, but doesn't manage to get it done. And Nesri. Oh, lovely, lovely turn to get past De Ligt. I don't know what Bastoni was doing. That is lovely. And that is a big, big save from Hugo Lloris. Defensively, we're all over the shop there. Lovely, lovely play from him. And Benassia with a beautiful finesse shot through the legs of Bastoni. And Hugo Lloris with a big palm away. Seville have the opportunity here. Romero gets ahead of the striker. Good covering from him. Son is there. Can he get this over to Gaia? He can. Gaia gets there ahead of the defender. It's Kane. Kane to strike from distance. And that is an absolutely fantastic strike from Harry Kane. Every single goal he scored so far this season has been a phenomenal strike. And that is another one. A lovely ball over the top. Gaia manages to pick it up, feeds Kane in, and from outside of the box, he absolutely smashes that to the right side of the goal, leaving the keeper with no chance. And I tell you what, the 3 chances we had in the first half were so easy to put away, and the most difficult one finds the back of the net. It's Harry Kane's first goal in the Champions League this season. It's our first goal. It's 1-0. Campos. Nice play from him, but Gaia intercepts well. Feeds Son. We have the chance to counter-attack here. Valverde looks out wide and finds Emerson Royale. Drives over into the box. Lovely dink across. Heung-min Son with the head. It's 2-0. I don't know whether or not it's offside. It is. The substitute Richarlison feeds in Emerson Royale. Gives it back to Richarlison. Nice from him. Looks for Kane. Finds Kane. That was the wrong decision from me. Should have just struck it. I didn't. That is a good save from the goalkeeper. Can we keep it in play? We can just, but to no avail. And that was really, really poor from me, but poor from them. Heung-min Son straight at the goalkeeper. Looking for the on-running Acuna. Lovely challenge from Romero. Emerson Royale is there first. Hugo Lloris has it. Doesn't really have too many options. But fortunately, Valverde makes space, and we manage to get that away. And now we have a really, really good counter-attack. Emerson Royale finds Son. Can Son find anyone? He finds Richarlison. Richarlison strikes, and we get very lucky, but I do not care. It is Richarlison to seal the game in stoppage time. He does the dance. It's his first Champions League goal in this career mode. He went for the finesse shot. It got deflected off the defender and past the goalkeeper. Very, very lucky. It got deflected off Koundé, and it goes past the goalkeeper. It's his first goal. It's our second. It's 2-0. And I think it will. That will be game over. It's a 2-0 win here in the Champions League. What a great way to start off our Champions League win. Our Champions League campaign, I should say. A difficult, difficult game against Seville, but we make it count. We get the 3 points, and that will be that. So on to the next Premier League game, and it is a home game against Everton. And this is a game I'm going to sim. And you can see from our starting 11, we do have a little bit of fatigue, but to be honest, I do want to keep the group together as we do have a game against MK Dons next in the Cup that I can fully rotate for. So I'm keeping this starting 11, and hopefully we can get a positive result against Everton. And we do get a positive result against Everton. It's a 1-0 win with a Valverde goal in the 72nd minute. Our strikers don't manage to get on the score sheet, but it doesn't matter. We get the job done, and on we go to the Carabao Cup. And as you can see, we have gone full rotation, completely rotated the starting 11. Fraser Forster in goal, his first start of the season. Same with Longley, Lacroix and Sanchez as well. Emerson Royale at right back, Sessegnon at left back, Basuma, Skip and Brian Hill in the centre, with Lucas Moura and Richarlison up front. Again, this is a game we should be winning. I'm going to sim it. Let's get the job done. And we do get the job done. Richarlison at the double, Valverde again coming on for Oliver Skip, getting on the score sheet. It's a 3-1 win against MK Dons, and we march on through to the Carabao Cup next round. And back to the Premier League we go, and back to the London Stadium for another London derby against West Ham. This, I think, is going to be a very, very tricky game. As you can see, I have gone full strength starting 11. We do have Bayern Munich midweek, but I do really think this is going to be a tricky game, so I want my best players out on the pitch, and we'll just have to see what happens against Bayern Munich. You can see West Ham, it's a 4-2-3-1, Samaka leading the line. Pickford in goals, they've obviously brought him in from Everton, so that's a very, very interesting signing for them. But as for us, it's a game again, we need to win if we want to keep our title challenge alive. Let's head over to the London Stadium and let's get it started. Kulusevski dropping deep to Valverde. Looking for the lovely ball to Emerson Royal. Going to swing this in first time. That is... Oh, Son. I was not expecting that. That's my fault. I should have pressed the shoot button. I didn't. I just left it, to be honest, because I thought it was going out. And annoyingly, what an opportunity there for us to go 1-0 up. Son just kind of decided not to do anything and sort of just let it hit his chest. And West Ham get the ball clear. Lovely challenge from Højbjerg. That is a big, big challenge. But Samaka gets there ahead of Bastoni, and it's wide from Fornals. So check. Lovely little pass into Samaka. He's got an option. He went for the option. Lloris read that well. Unfortunately, manages to get his hand on it. And now we can break. Heung-min Son out to Kane. Not really going to do much there. Doesn't have the pace to get away. Emerson Royal. Try and spray this across to Gaia. Just manages to keep that in play. Højbjerg back to Bastoni. Lovely little punch pass into Kulusevski. Out to Valverde. 1-0. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Lovely pass in from Bastoni. Lovely little layoff to Valverde. And Valverde is scoring for fun at the moment. Absolutely brilliant from him. He scored in his last 3 Premier League games, if you include this one. He gives us the lead with a lovely, lovely finish past the goalkeeper. If we have a look at this replay, Kulusevski with a lovely ball across to him, unmarked, smashes it into the top left-hand corner. Gives us the lead, it's 1-0. Gaia manages just about to stop the cross in. They go back, and Højbjerg will pick this up. Lovely interception from him. Looking for the run out wide of Kulusevski. Finds him. Can Kane make an option in the box? Doesn't need to, because we give this back to Højbjerg. 2-0. Brilliant, brilliant counter-attack. All started from Højbjerg intercepting the pass just outside his own box. Drove forward, laid it off to Kulusevski. Kulusevski back into the box for Højbjerg, and Højbjerg smashes that into the top right-hand corner. It's Kulusevski's second assist of the game. Lovely stuff from him. And we lead at the London Stadium 2-0. He's also chipped in with, I think, 1 or 2 assists as well. Kane lays it off to Son. Lovely ball to Gaia. Can he dink this one in? He can. Kulusevski's there. Højbjerg. Valverde, actually, it was. I thought it was Højbjerg, but it wasn't. Almost got his head to it, and it was almost 3-0. Can't get that back, but Højbjerg, once again, is there just where we need him. Valverde into Son. Into Kulusevski. Strikes. Good save from Pickford. Out for a Tottenham corner. Can he go past Bastoni, but they throw the ball back in. Højbjerg is there once again for us. Kane now has it. Tries to give it out wide to Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son, lovely ball across. Valverde, great interception, great block, I should say, from the defender. I thought for sure it was 3-0 there. He just took one too many touches to try and set himself. And he took too long. Kulusevski to Son. To the substitute Richarlison. Back to Son. I'm going to look for Richarlison again. Do I need him? I almost didn't. Son with a good strike. It goes right against the goalkeeper. Kulusevski now has it. We're putting a lot of pressure on West Ham. Valverde with the strike. Just wide. And now Emerson. Absolutely did Emerson Royal there. But De Ligt wins it back again. Oliver Skip plays it forward to Heung-min Son. Presumably this is going to be the last chance of the game. Heung-min Son. Lovely, lovely block. Skip picks it up again though. Kulusevski out wide to Sessegnon. Sessegnon gets the cross blocked. And West Ham get it clear. And that will be that. A solid 2-0 win here at the West Ham Stadium. The London Stadium, I should say. Game over. Brilliant, brilliant win for us. I think we were definitely valued for our win. We had ample opportunity to be honest, put 3 or 4 past them. We only managed to get 2, but it is enough. West Ham 0, Tottenham 2. And we continue our march to the top of the Premier League standings. So here we go. The biggest game of our season so far. Arguably the biggest game of the entire career mode so far. It's away to Bayern Munich in the Champions League. And this is what the starting lineup is looking like for Bayern Munich. You can see Neuer in goal. Kimmich and Davies in the wing-back positions, and Lewandowski, clearly I forgot to transfer him to Barcelona. So unfortunately, for me, he still leads the line. And as for me, you can see the only real change to my starting 11 is that Richarlison has actually come in for Kulusevski. Kulusevski suffering with a little bit of fatigue, so Richarlison comes in for him. But apart from that, it's the usual starting 11. Pereira comes in for Emerson Royale. Obviously, we are rotating those two positions. But here we go. We're going to start the game against Bayern Munich. Let's kick off the big one. Heung-min Son dropping deep. It's not really where I want him, to be honest. But Gaia now has it on the left-hand side. Richarlison tried to play that quickly to Son. He didn't manage to get the job done. But Højbjerg will pick this up. Out to Valverde. It's a positive start from us so far. Richarlison. What a strike from Richarlison. And what a chance inside the opening 10 minutes. He got free of the defender. Tried to wrap it round Manuel Neuer. And it's a strong hand away from him. But we do have the first corner of the game. I'm going to try and put this into De Ligt. Looks like it's going to go into Kane. Almost got there. But Bastoni back out wide to Heung-min Son. He's going to put this in with his left foot. And it is right across the bar. But Højbjerg, I think, was a mile offside. Let's see how close yeah, he was a mile offside. Gives it back to Lewandowski. Plays it out wide to Alphonso Davies. Sane now has it, but Ricardo Pereira is there. And that is good defending from Ricardo Pereira. I haven't said that too many times in this career mode. And Højbjerg plays it out wide to Gaia. He has Heung-min Son in the centre. And he just can't find him. The ball is just slightly ahead of him. And that is a big chance that goes begging. Goretzka. Fabian. Into Lewandowski. Bayern Munich playing some nice football. Serge Gnabry is free on the right-hand side. But Lewandowski has it back in the middle. Goretzka driving through. Gives it to Lewandowski. It's 1-0 Barcelona, and there is literally nothing I could do about that. Lovely interchanging passing. One-touch passing. Back and forth between the two of them. And Lewandowski, annoyingly, scores to make it 1-0. How I wish I transferred him to Barcelona. What a silly mistake from me. Gives it out wide to Serge Gnabry. He's got the pace to go around Gaia. He does. They play it back in field. Lewandowski again. This is really difficult. I'm finding this very difficult. With Valverde with a lovely challenge. And now Richarlison has it to Kane. Going to look for Ricardo Pereira out wide. He doesn't have the pace to go past the fullback. He will give it back in to Kane, or give it back to Richarlison, who does give it to Kane, who gives it to Valverde, and it's 1-1. Lovely build-up play from us. Valverde smashes that into the top left-hand corner, does the dive on the floor. It's a brilliant goal, and Valverde cannot stop scoring at the moment. What a signing he has been. Fantastic. Basuma was fantastic in the first season, but to be honest, Valverde has definitely been a step up, especially in an attacking sense. Smashed that into the top left-hand corner. And it's Tottenham 1, Bayern Munich 1. Sane for Bayern Munich. Plays it back to Alphonso Davies. Lovely little ball in field to Goretzka there. Bayern Munich again continuing to play good football. Fabian gets there ahead of Richarlison. And now they have it in a really good position. But Valverde again in there with a lovely challenge. And we can almost get it away. But Alphonso Davies just in there ahead of Valverde. And now they have it in field. Gives it to Alphonso Davies, but Romero is just there in time. But that is a lovely challenge after some silly play from Romero. Lewandowski with a big opportunity there. Hugo Lloris just palms it out, and they get it away with Sane. Ricardo Pereira now trying to drive back, but he just does not have the pace to keep up with Sane. Or does he? What a brilliant challenge that is from Pereira. But what am I doing? I was kind of trying to get away from him. Fortunately, I eventually managed to get it done, and that is lovely from Valverde. And he will now drive forward, but gets himself into trouble. I probably should have released the ball earlier. Back and forth, end-to-end stuff here between the two teams. A lot more evenly matched than I thought we were going to be, but that was very sloppy. And now Fabian has it. Gives it to Sadio Mane. Strikes from distance, but Romero gets the block in, and that is a lovely strike. Hugo Lloris with a big save. Gaia to Brian Hill. Lovely play from him. Gets away from the defender. Højbjerg going to try and play in Heung-min Son. Manuel Neuer, the sweeper keeper, of course. out off his line, gets there ahead of Heung-min Son. And again, we can now drive forward. Gaia into Heung-min Son. Back to Gaia. This is probably going to be the last attack of the game. I'm going to go deep here. Manuel Neuer out to collect, and that will be that. It's 1-1 here, away against Bayern Munich. To be fair, that is a much, much better result than I thought. Considering the start and considering the early goal from Lewandowski, I really, really thought we were going to be in trouble, but we responded really, really well. And we take a 1-1 draw here, and that will probably put us either first or second in the group. And it will put us top of the group. Level on points with Bayern Munich, but obviously having scored one extra goal, we lead the way in Group E. So, again, I think the other difficult game is going to be the Bayern Munich game at home. But we are at home. We will have the home advantage. So, hopefully, we can make something positive on it. So, that is the Champions League. Let's have a look at the Premier League table at the end of this episode. We sit in second. So, we really are doing well. It was a really, really positive episode. Won all of our Premier League games. And we sit only second to Newcastle, who clearly are having a fantastic start. Crystal Palace, of all people, find themselves in third. Chelsea up to fourth, City fifth, Arsenal sixth, Liverpool seventh. Where on earth are Manchester United? They are down in 16th after beating us. We are the only team so far this season they've beaten. They've drawn 2 games and lost 3, so a shocking start for them. West Brom, Sheffield United and Everton in the bottom 3. Everton having a bit of a difficult start to the season, but for us, up into second place, our title dreams very much well and alive. Really, really positive episode so far for us. So if you did enjoy the episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to head over to the calendar and we will see the next episode. We've got Liverpool at home. We have the Champions League game away at Shakhtar Donetsk, Brighton away, Aston Villa away, and of course, Wolves at home. And I think that is a Carabao Cup game against Peterborough. So that is definitely a game we should be winning. So 6 games again in the next episode. Another jam-packed episode for you to enjoy. As I said, if you did like this episode, please feel free to like and subscribe. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.